Hi guys, I'm here to do a bit of a fun kind of silly video, but at the same time giving opinions, and I'm going to do all 5 of my favourite bands and their best and worst music videos. So obviously I'm talking about my favourite bands, so I don't want to seem like I'm slagging anything off by saying they have a worst music video. This is just a bit of fun. And you know, I've obviously gone out and bought the songs that these videos were advertising, so I don't want people to say like I'm being nasty to the bands or anything. I just want to give a few opinions and make a bit of a fun video. Yes, I feel like you have to apologise for everything on the internet nowadays. So, my 5th favourite band is Lacuna Coil, and it's up until a certain time period. So the last album I bought by Lacuna Coil is Shallow Life. So I'm not looking at any music videos after then. I'm just sticking to when I was a fan of them. So there's that little bit there. So for their best music video, I have gone with Our Truth. I just feel like a lot of effort got put into Our Truth. Like, you know, like the beautiful snow. And it's like set in a snow globe. I don't know if you've seen this video or not. And there's like the iconic like geisha girl Christina in there. That's like quite an iconic image for Lacuna Coil, especially of that era. And it's just a really well put together video, and it's got Andrea's amazing dancing at the beginning, which makes me chuckle a little. So yeah, like that music video is definitely the most polished, and it does hold a bit of a dear place in my heart, because obviously it was, for me, the height of Lacuna Coil was, you know, the Karma Code album, like 2006 kind of time. So maybe that's another reason why it's up there too. For the worst, I picked I Won't Tell You. There's nothing wrong with it, it's just a bit boring in comparison to a lot of their other music videos. Like, they're just stood in a room performing, and like there's just people like popping up around them. And there's a bit of an awkward bit where they're like singing into the people's faces and the people aren't reacting to him. Yeah, and I'm putting that as their worst, but you know, it's just because there's not really much going on, and a lot of Lacuna Coil videos, whilst I'm not, you know, they're not like amazing stories or anything, they at least have like a lot of things going on about them, and like pretty cinematography and like outfit changes and drama. They're quite dramatic. But not this one. This one's a bit boring. So that's why I picked that one. So next, this one is one that may surprise you. I'm picking Nightwish. Obviously, they're, you know, my top favourite bands. But what might surprise you is I hadn't seen a lot of Nightwish music videos until I decided I was going to do this video, and I was like, I'm going to have to do a bit of research on Nightwish. I can't remember any of their music videos because I haven't seen any apparently. And so for the best one, I've picked one that I have seen, that I had seen before, and one that basically is the staple, like, Nightwish video. On this point, I'm not including any Annette era songs because I wasn't a fan then, and, you know, I want to talk about videos that I love the songs. So, yeah. So I've picked Nemo for the best music video / Elan, because, well, Nightwish's music videos are pretty much all the same thing. It's just the band performing in a place. Like, they don't do a lot of acting, which is fine. I'm not saying they have to. So it's very difficult to, like, especially in the Tarrier era, very difficult to pick like between them all. But I picked Nemo because it's got the beautiful snowy scenery. I seem to have a thing about snow apparently. So, yeah, it's like the iconic music video for that time. That was the one that got played on all the British television channels, so I feel like that one is of course near and dear to my heart. And I picked Elan because the awkwardness is kind of gone, and the band is just performing, and it's like really beautifully done. There's a lot of pretty effects and things, there's a lot of like costumes, and there's a lot more effort put in there, like than them just stood. Because Nightwish seemed to have a thing about performing in like abandoned buildings. Like, I couldn't help laugh every time I was going through a music video. They were just all like abandoned buildings. And so for worst, I picked I Wish I Had an Angel, because that's the one that seems to be in the most decrepit abandoned building, and They're just literally stood there performing. There's nothing else going on like in some of their other music videos. There's like extra story bits, which even though it's not the band, there's still extra bits there. So there's a bit more going on. So I picked Wish I Had an Angel, but yeah, I couldn't believe I'd never seen these music videos before and that they're all the same. Like, oh, I love Nightwish. I adore Nightwish. I mean, I paid to see them in Wembley, for Christ's sake. And I don't live near London. But those music videos are funny. But I love them. It's just a bit of fun, guys. So yeah, so the next band I'm going with is Within Temptation. And this was actually the band that I struggled the most to pick the best music video for them, because they seem to put a lot of effort into their music videos. Like near the beginning there's a couple, like, you may know, because they didn't have much money, they didn't have the budget, but yeah, like the more they've developed as a band, the more effort they've put into their music videos, and there's so many beautiful like images and like costumes, and it's just, there's so much effort put in there, and I applaud them for that. Within Temptation, you've got it on point. And I actually struggled to pick the best between two. I picked Memories and All I Need. Apparently I really like ballad music videos, but I just found them so beautiful and so suited to the songs. Like Memories is quite a simplistic music video, and while I've said, you know, some simplistic music videos didn't really work, like I Won't Tell You, it fit the song so beautifully, because it's literally just, you know, a song about how I'm gonna remember about things. I'm not gonna, you know, it's about remembering things and not like going all crazy and all out. And so I felt it suited the song, and Sharon looks stunning in that music video as well. And that old like abandoned house, it really had a feeling of like something old and like cherished in there, and I just really like that video. It's so pretty, and it really goes with the song. And All I Need, this one's one of the one with the more beautiful imagery, like there's Sharon falling, and there's like the pulling of the silk, and then there's like the weird characters that she comes across, like the woman who like opens her mouth and like bubbles pop out. Like it's just, it's crazy and fun and unique, and it's really beautiful. And again, a lot of the imagery is like, it suited the song. Like when, like that bit when she stands up and pulls the silk, you can just feel it's like her tearing on her heartstrings, which really suited the song as well. And Within Temptation, again, for worst song, I've got two things wrote down here, and I'm going to talk about one. I don't really count it, but I do. The dance with that animated music video that's nothing to do with In Temptation or the song, and I just didn't get it. But I'm not going to say that's the worst one, because I feel like it wasn't really their fault. Like, I feel like they didn't have any budget. Let's just put this cartoon over the top of this song, and I just want to forget about it. So the worst one is actually the Ice Queen music video with the like internet, with that girl scrolling through the internet, like typing away, like the weird like logging through the internet to find Within Temptation thing. I didn't quite get it. It doesn't fit the song, obviously, because you know it's about an ice queen. So yeah, that's the worst one. But they, like I say, they have improved so much, and their music videos are beautiful. The latest album, the music videos were so polished and professional, but they just didn't quite have that like imagery that I liked from Memories and All I Need. Yeah, stop rambling, Vicky. Next band is Evanescence, my first love, and I've actually gone for two music videos from the same album, the same era of Evanescence, for like opposite reasons. Like, well, 'cause, you know, I really love one and really hate the other. Yeah. So the one I picked as their best music video, I picked Everybody's Fool, because the story is like, it's got a story. It has got a story. It's about, you know, this woman who is a successful like model, and she's just losing herself, and she's just like going insane with all the fame and all the different like commercials and things, like all the different costumes of Amy. I love it. And those girls bitching in that elevator, like, yeah, it works. It works really well. And like, oh, when she's in that bath and she just pops out, like, like, oh, I love the Everybody's Full music video, and it does kind of have a special place in my heart, because the first time I saw Evanescence, the next day was the premiere of Everybody's Full music video on one of the music channels. I can't remember what it was now. Probably something like MTV. Anyways, at least in England it was. And so I stayed off school the next day. My mum let me anyways. No, I wasn't just skiving. I couldn't talk. And I'd had a late night. And I just watched that music channel all day, waiting for this Evanescence music video to come up. And when I saw it, I was just like, oh, that was the best thing ever. So yeah, Everybody's Full. Least favourite. Now, if you've been here a while, you already know I have a slight stigma with one of their songs, and I've picked the music video for it, and that is My Immortal. Yeah, it's pretty. Amy looks beautiful, when doesn't she? But it just, the band like sat around weeping and her, and this is why everyone thinks that Evanescence are just this stupid little emo band who you know, have nothing else to offer. I mean, the Fallen album in general, because that's the only one everyone's heard, and it's definitely the most like bleak one. But anyways, I digress. The worst one is My Immortal for this, and the music video, black and white and moping and just up in that tree and around that fountain on a rooftop and just moping all around, and the Ben Moody just being like, oh, in that piano chair. And it just, I don't know, it has that bad Evanescence image that annoys me so much when I say I'm an Evanescence fan and people are like, oh, so you must be an emo then. God, you must be so depressing. Did you know they made happy songs? Did you know that they have one album? Right, is that all you think? They've got one album, it's Fallen, it's the most depressing one? No! Listen to their latest album. Right, yeah, anyways, so yeah, it puts me in a rage, and My Immortal is part of the reason, because that was a huge song, and like, even though Going Under followed up Bring Me to Life, like, you know, that was the next music video that everyone saw, they seem to have forgotten about that one and decided that My Immortal was straight after Bring Me to Life, and that these two songs were the only ones that got famous off that album, and no. Anyway, so finally, my favourite band of all time is Epica, of course. I don't think anyone's surprised by that. But what you may be surprised by is how I feel about Epica music videos, and that is that they are hilarious. It doesn't seem to matter whether they've got a big budget or not. Something about their music videos I just find funny. It just doesn't quite work for me, and I love Epica. Like, I've cried in their faces. So we all know I love them, and I've got nothing against them. It's just that their music videos entertain me so much. So I've picked my favourite one as Design Your Universe, because it's filmed by fans of them performing live, and there's something about Epica performing live that just, oh, it just fills my heart with so much excitement, and they're captivating. Like, I can't stop looking at them. Like, when I'm getting ready to go out, I used to put live Epica videos on, and then I'd be really late because I'd just look at Epica and forget I was supposed to be getting ready to go out. So I've stopped doing that. I've literally, like, if I want to listen to Epica while I'm getting ready, I have to put a playlist on, like Windows Media Player or something. Like, so there's no video, there's no visual. I'll put a CD on or something, because I can't stop looking at them. Like, when they perform, it fascinates me. It's just, they're just so wonderful. And yes, so that's why it's my favourite music video. I've also put Storm the Sorrow. Out of the actually professionally made music videos, Storm the Sorrow is my favourite one, because it's just got that like strong imagery of like the pure Simone and the like evil one, and like each band member seems to have their little personas, and like the like Spider-Man-esque symbiote taking over Simone. It's definitely the least funny. I'm sorry, like, I love Epica and I don't want you to get offended by this, but their music videos are... Let's just say they're not actors. Epica aren't actors. They are definitely musical performers, and yeah. So the worst one I picked is the Phantom Agony. Oh, that editing. Oh, with the like close up of someone's face and then the like little Simone like next to it, like with that big massive sleeve dress, just like, oh, it cracks me up. And and they have a thing with like cages and torture and like weird imagery like that. Oh, and Mark miming the choir bits at the beginning. He don't do that. That's not him. Like, oh, that makes me laugh so much. Just him like stood there like real deadpan serious, miming to something that's not even his voice.